What up, guys? What's up? Hey, Pranay Personal, how you doing, bro? I just have to see if StreamerBot sends out a action right now. Hmm. Now it's sent. Okay, let's check this.
All right. In the last 3 days, I've spent around 600.
Wait, I need to get my Bluetooth earbuds in. Just 1 second. Can't believe that I have gone completely. Um, yeah, yeah. So here I am. Um, Chat. Gugu Gaga, bro. Eh? 1 second, let me say hi real quick. आज पहली बार ऑफिस में डांस कर रहा इवेंट में 5 बजे है फटी पड़ी है. Yeah, I know what that's like, Pranay. I know exactly what that is like because I have done it in my time. 2017, 2018. Yep, I've done it. Hey, Natwarlal, how you doing, bro? Alright, I think what's gonna happen now in few days is that I'm gonna be posting some reaction videos because I don't have the time to make videos these days. If I can make one, yes, I'll make one. But yeah, next one is going to be an edited video. But after that, I'm gonna be posting reaction videos. So, bro, what is that video that is being recommended on top right, bro? Oh, that is a Conan O'Brien video, bro. That's a really hilarious video. You should watch. 23 million views. It deserves a lot more. It's hilarious. You should watch. Watch that video. Fine. What about you? Yeah, I'm doing fine as well. Thank you. I'm doing fine as well. Alright, let's start this.
$100 on-demand credits on top. All right. In the last 3 days, I've spent around $600 on-demand credits on top of my $200 plan on Devon. I'm currently working almost decently full time on a project, and while doing that, I realized the way you code now is very different from how you used to code, back in 2021, 2022.
First of all, 1 second. Did he just say that he is working on a project full time? Or does he mean like he's building something for himself? Because I really question if it is something that he's building for a client or himself. But okay.
guys are already aware of it, but this is a revelation for me because it's been a long time since I've full-time worked on a project. This has led to a little bit of AI psychosis, mostly trying to figure out, what exactly is the role of an engineer. It's changed so quickly and you can do so much now. So in this video, I've written down a few points as to how I used to code around 2 years ago when I was working full-time, how I code now when I work full-time. Very clearly a very big gap in terms of, the mindset that you should probably change. And you'll probably be forced to change if you're currently working in a company unless it's like a
This full time thing, I have to, get more clarity on. What does it really mean full time?
big tech and what the future looks like in my opinion. With that and without any further ado, I have 8 points I've written down. Let's get right into it. Point number 1. This starts off with a big tech example. I have friends who work at big tech. I've not really worked at big tech. I've worked at Goldman, but pretty similar work culture. And you might have heard this is very true that the teams at big tech are slightly bloated, and the kind of effort you have to put in is sometimes high, sometimes low. A lot of times you can ghost as well. Now the problem is what was justifiable work, let's say 2 to 3 years ago, is not really justifiable anymore. I'll take an example here. One of my college seniors did an internship at Google where his full summer intern was adding an export to XLSX or specific format on Google Docs or Google Sheets, I forgot. So during the 2 months, he added a button that lets you export your spreadsheet in a specific format. If you think about that today, with how good agents are and how well they can gather context for probably a code base as big as Google Sheets, this is probably like a one-shotable thing in a few hours. That tells you the amount of output an engineer can get now is very different from 2 years ago, and it'll take some time for management to.
It has always been this way. With any progress of technology, getting more done in such a less time basically, that has been the true scale of productivity. It's a subjective thing. Like I remember in 1990s, if you wanted to get a website up on the internet, it was brutal. That process was absolutely brutal. But then these days, it's like 5 or 10 commands away and you can get a website live. All you have to do is spend money to buy the SSL domain and stuff. But then again, after that, it is not even that. You can just pay your way into making a website. So that kind of productivity doesn't even count anymore if the management can do it. I guess that the gap is between the developers and managers on what is their capabilities and what they can get done. I think now the only true, the bullshit of gaining the bullshit measure of productivity among software developers is token maxing, isn't it? Like they are gonna regret it 100%. But then again, what can we do? They are the ones who are signing our paychecks. In AI field, there is new job role as coming RL environment, which is kind of a very new reinforcement learning environment. Okay.
Catch up, but once it does, and it has for a few companies, they'll realize they can move much faster with much leaner teams. My current set of friends is from big tech, and they tell me, okay, wait, the job is significantly easier now, and it feels very weird getting paid X for prompting, and that's the only thing that they've done for the last 1 year. For me as well, up until 6 months ago, I thought tabbing was the way to go. I still want to read my code, but once Claude Code got released, and believe it or not, I was a Luddite initially. Someone forced me to try Claude Code. Since then, it's been a while since I've gone inside the editor at all. Cursor also made their agent ID of a.
That will be a video that I have to make. That is what he just said. Ever since he got Claude Code and he stopped going into the code base, yeah, that is something that I have to make a video about. Okay.
Class citizen and the original VS Code UI like a second class citizen, and that's what tells you all companies in this niche are highly optimizing for local terminal agents right now, and probably in the future cloud agents. That is probably what the job is going to be. Irrespective of if you're at a startup, you've already seen this, you already are expected to move very fast. If you're in big tech, you're probably catching up, and you probably see this as well, that now you can move much faster. Unless your company has certain limitations on using AI, almost everything that was a 10-person team job in a month is probably like a 1-person job in 2 days. This is the kind of future we're heading into, and I wouldn't shy away from it. I would just adopt it. If anything, makes me super excited for what's coming, and how fast we can move as engineers. Point number 2, how I code. Again, as I said, I've not worked full time for a long time. Now when I mostly have 4 to 5 parallel agents running, all doing different tasks. Some doing infra tasks, setting up, let's say, the DevOps pipeline. Some writing the front end, some writing the back end, eventually writing them up.
And this is where the problem is. They're trying to optimize a little bit too hard when it comes to AI agents and stuff. It should not go this hard into, using AI agents. It is fine to do like certain replaceable or automatable tasks. By the way, is my camera like going down on me? Yeah, my camera is sliding down. That is a. This is a what the hell problem. My camera is not able to hold itself. It's sliding downwards. Where is everybody?
I've been super lazy with how I've been using AI, which means I'm using the biggest models with very high reasoning, which probably I don't need to for a lot of tasks, which is also probably why I have like a $600 bill in the last 3 days.
This is where the problem is. $600 bill that he said, that is a problem. Yes, that would have been a monthly salary for a developer, and all you had to spend was time and money, of course. But then at the cost of getting everything done in 20 minutes, you did this much work. How much of it is stable? How much of it is gonna, be maintainable in 10 years time? How much of this can you make money, that you can keep generating money out of? I thought it's an effect that you put on video. Yeah, I kept noticing that my camera is slowly and steadily sliding down because I see my face in the lens cap, not lens cap, in the lens itself. And it's like my eye level to now my this level, chin level, it has gone down to. I'm like, what's wrong? Anyway, but this is the problem right here. When you get this much done in 20 minutes, just because you don't want to bog yourself down with the details of the code, this is the problem.
But even if I do optimize it, I realize you'll probably be working with 4, 5, 6, 7 agents at the same time, gathering context around them, and mostly trusting them to do the job and just testing the final outcome. The good thing about agents now is they don't hallucinate as much. If they do, you probably have to nudge them once, and then
they don't hallucinate. Sure, that's your opinion, because when it comes to third-party integrations and when it comes to keeping itself up with libraries and the standards that it keeps changing, some API service that you were using version 1, but then that API service said that no, we are going to deprecate that API version and we're going to release a new one, so you should do the migration. For example, Shopify does this every year. Whatever APIs that they have, they blow it to smithereens and then they ask you to move to their latest APIs. This is something where the AI agents fail at. They are not good at doing that. So they don't hallucinate, sure, but then it's not like just because you don't hallucinate, that means you're intelligent. That doesn't mean that.
they'll probably pick up the right thing. They actually do a lot of things that us as humans cannot think of. There are a lot of edge cases that my agents were able to find that if I had to actually dive, I probably would have taken like a day or two. So they do make the possible possible. An engineer who's not as skilled can now get a lot more done because a lot of intelligence that they don't have, these models have. Which brings me to the next point, which is laziness. Unfortunately, one big thing this has done is we're not incentivized to understand code really well and understand the challenges that are.
No. This is not. This is a social media thing. Don't say that. So don't say that we are not incentivized or whatever. If you ever felt passionate towards your work, you were always incentivized. Nobody is coming to you like except your manager and stuff and asking you to just stop doing your job that you were hired for, which was reading the code and understanding it, because sooner or later your code is going to crash in production and then you will be put up front and be like, why did it crash, explain it to us. Again, the ownership is not going away. Holy crap, man. This is what I don't like about social media. Ownership is not going away. You're gonna be responsible for anything that you push. Your name getting associated to the commit, it's still coming back to you, not the agent, not the cloud, not the whatever. This is something this is where I don't like this is why like I don't like social media developer culture. They are the ones who set the standards. Hey, that they will make countless videos on, oh, you should not read the code, but then they will themselves come back and say, oh, we are not incentivized to read the code. It's like, you started it, bro. You started it. Hey, C++,
Happening in the
amazing.
background. What that leads to is
Oh, hey, Mahin, how you doing, bro?
us not increasing our cognitive abilities. And now this is very debatable. Do we need cognitive abilities or not? If you have a calculator, do you actually need to know how to do math? The answer in the long run is probably going to be no. The only unfortunate thing over here is unless you.
Okay, the answer is going to be no. So if a calculator can do math, then why do you know addition? Why do you know multiplication? Why did you put so much effort into how to do that kind of division, where you had that number in the middle, then two parentheses, then you would pick a number and then you would start dividing and then you will start getting the quotient and the remainder. Why did you learn that? It's like saying that, okay, if FL Studio can produce a sound, if Martin Garrix and David Guetta can make a complete song on their laptop, then why are there people who learned singing for all those years? Why are there people who learn how to play a guitar or how to play the sitar or harmonium or the banjo or whatever? I can't even think of other instruments, electric guitar and stuff like that. Why do they spend so much time learning that? Just take a laptop and do it, bro. It's like, this is not how the world works. This is not how it works. Can't believe we keep going back to the example. Like how many minutes am I in? 4 minutes and I'm screaming already. Okay, let's tabla. Yes. If you can produce all those sounds in a computer, why bother? It's like,
You have a lot of experience in your resume or some way to show on GitHub that you're really good. A company is going to test you on your fundamentals, and the only way you can build fundamentals is.
hey Rachit, you're in my streams once again. Don't worry about that project, Rachit. I'll take it over. And it's not like if you're not working there. What's happening to my camera today? I'm gonna need some, like a clip to support this. 1 second, I'll come back. Breath of fresh air after hearing your POV, Elmo. I'm great. How are you? Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Currently facing this problem with my camera. It's sliding down. The tripod is not able to hold the weight. Just 1 second. I'll come back with some clips so that I can hook this camera up to my window so that it stays in one place. 1 second. I'll be back. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, but yeah, one second. Just let me fix this camera up. Okay. Hopefully, this is not a problem anymore. Hey, Coder Army, let's go. New video effect. This is the shittiest video effect, Natwarlal, if there is. Yeah, let's continue.
Is by actually understanding the underlying problem rather than delegating it to an agent. So the only caveat around
Yeah, you know that camera has a neck thing that you can hang your camera off of. So that thing, I'm clipping it onto my railing of my window so that it cannot slide down anymore. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Hey, Coder Army. Yeah.
becoming lazy is know for a fact a company is probably going to dive deeper into your fundamentals. And if you're outsourcing all of your learning to an AI, very high probability that you'll not be able to answer a bunch of these questions. You'll not feel confident in giving an interview. Next point, high agency is actually a thing. This is a
Not an interview, the whole career itself, not just the interview. Okay, let's continue. At least he's putting some, like, this is the difference between somebody who actually has a job as a freelancer, me, or a software developer who does a real 9 to 5, who does YouTube. And the difference between that person and this guy, Harkirat, who has like a college, who has so many projects going on his own, and makes money. This is the POV difference. His vision is only stuck at the interview, but only somebody who works in the industry as a freelancer, only they can tell you where the knowledge gaps are. That's what I feel like I'm able to provide. Hey, Kodarami, bro, your channel has converted from Sid the IT guy to Sid talking about others. Okay. Tell me one thing, Coder Army. Just tell me one thing. So, in these videos, who did I talk about? I'm putting my own catalog up here. Just tell me who did I talk about in these videos? Which YouTuber or which person did I target? Think about what you're gonna say to me. Yeah? This is a chill stream. I can watch whatever I want. And if it is a POV of somebody, I'm not cutting a clip and posting that as a reaction video, am I? Fucking idiot. Instead of hanging camera on window, why not purchase a stand? No, I have a stand. I have a stand. So it's like a tripod. It's like a tripod. It's not able to hold the weight. He has no answer to this. Yeah, obviously he doesn't. Fucking idiot. Live stream is about. Yeah, what else am I supposed to do on a live stream? Shove my ass into the camera? Or what else am I supposed to do on live streams? Like other people do? Actually, that is a great point that he has brought up, this idiot. So other live streams that I see, so sometimes you watch YouTube shorts and you keep scrolling and it randomly puts you into a live stream. What I do see in those live streams is that somebody is threatening to call the police if you don't subscribe. And the only script that they have is like a subscribe, please like, subscribe, I've got this many likes, let's target 500 likes and blah and blah. Another type of live stream is that studying live stream, that somebody is studying, they will put up a QR code and then they will say, oh, please help me out with my room rent, 50 rupees. And you're supposed to like scan it. I don't know how you would like watch a live stream from the phone and then be able to scan the QR that is on there on the live stream. Then the third type of live stream that I see is Bhikari version, where somebody is just straight up begging for money. It's like, please give me money. They will put up a QR code because apparently everybody in this in this country has a fucking QR code to receive money. So that's what they will do. Another type of live stream that I see is one of those writing my subscribers' names in sand type of live stream. Like the only script is subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I will write your name. I will write your name in sand. And they write it for 5 seconds and then they remove it. Then they write a new subscriber's name and then they remove it. And they keep doing this. Another type of live stream is somebody would like different color balls they will put in cylinders and they will arrange those balls like that is achieving something. This is then somebody will be playing Fall Guys on top and they will on the bottom they will be there and they will be just looking at it. That's the kind of live streams I see on YouTube. Dumbass. So if I'm watching a video, I'm gonna watch Mr. Who's the Boss gaming live stream, like gaming video as well, because this is something I'm interested in. At least I'm watching things that are at least a little bit productive. Ran away, I'm pretty sure, this fucking idiot. Your t-shirt and hair are giving Soldier Boy vibe. Huh? Who's Soldier Boy? Okay, anyway. Digital begging. Yeah, I know, right? Hey Anand, the universe. Bro, we have the same feed or what? I know, because this is the kind of shit YouTube promotes. Live stream after live stream after live stream, I keep seeing the same pattern over and over again. That's why when I'm scrolling YouTube shorts and I randomly jump into a live stream, I exit the app itself. I'm not gonna scroll live streams. I know I'm not gonna see anything unique. Or by the way, how can we forget? The gaming streams. The gaming streams are actually quite cool. Somebody would be playing God of War, Call of Duty, Warzone, PUBG. I can at least watch those a little bit. Just somebody's playing a game. But this shit with begging? Nah. That's not happening. Start OF. Yes, start OF. Then don't watch it. Yeah, I know, right? Learning from freelance. What the fuck do you think I'm doing right now? This is a fucking idiot. Coder army. This rant is a clip farm. Definitely post it. Maybe. Someone writing names in live stream. I know, on sand. They do that shit. Again, go to some other stream while you're still watching if you don't like it. You forgot brain rot Roblox live streams. Oh yeah, matlab Roblox is still a game. So, somebody's playing it. So it's fine. I put that in the same category as PUBG or Fortnite or something like that. Yeah. Time to become vlogger. But then he will be like, oh, why are you milking all these places? Idiot.
You've been probably hearing for a while that a company wants to hire high agency people who can handle things independently, and that makes a lot of sense now. What you really need is someone who's been given a task, can gather all the context around it, and make an AI do it. As long as you're not eating up a lot of time of the founder.
Hey, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys this. There is a potential that I'm working with the client right now. They can actually make me a forward deployed engineer. They told me about this. The type of work that I'm doing, it is like the kind of work that cannot be standardized. Every industry, every client, every customer, they would need a certain style of the app tailored specifically to their needs. So my Coder Army is a YouTube channel itself. I know, but he is not Coder Army. He is someone else. He may be a fan of Coder Army. So that's why he put his YouTube name. But anyway, my client told me that I'm gonna be, that I can be, there is a potential that they will ask me to be a forward deployed engineer. So, why to bother from these kind of books? Just make hell lot of money. But anyway, Coder Army successfully rage betted you. Why saying slangs, man? Because you deserved it. You're a fanboy of one of those Harkirat kind of YouTuber. I'll still call you a fucking idiot because this is what live streams are about. We are supposed to be ourselves. But anywho, I just wanted to share that I'll be an FDE at some point. And when I am an FDE, I'll milk that title to the ground. Sid the FDE. You seem pretty excited about FDE. I have heard people not happy with that. Okay, here you go. This is what I needed. Okay, bye bro. It was fun while you still, it was fun while you were still here. Not anymore. Coder Army to Rohit Negi ka hai na. Yeah, but he's not, yeah. LinkedIn post when? I know, LinkedIn post is coming. It is coming. Yep. But once I become an FD, only then I will start that. Hey Karoz, how you doing, bro?
About the management, that's really the expectation from you. The final outcome should probably.
Oh, and I should mention this. So Mahin, at the end of the day, everybody is writing code. That's what I have realized about the industry. You can say I'm an FDE, I'm an SD1, SD3, principal engineer, founding engineer, blah and blah. Whatever you want to call yourself, you can call yourself. But at the end of the day, you are writing code. But congrats in advance. Nah, it's not really official, but I'm just saying there's a potential. I only know FD. Oh, fixed deposit. Okay, I see. But when that happens, I am milking that title to the ground.
Probably come as quickly as possible, and you should not be interrupting the flow of a founder. If there's a task that's been assigned to you, you should be able to move very fast on it. This also probably means you don't need a lot of middle management or scrum masters, issue assigners, because it's probably going to take less time to fix an issue.
I think once you reach the architect stage, you become more like a manager, and coding is set to back burner. It should not be. Code is still important. People don't understand this. There is a video I have to make about this. There's a video. Yeah, absolutely. I personally love the concept of FD. You get to deal with clients. I love talking to clients. Really? You love talking to clients? Wow. I don't love talking to people as much as I like just being in my own bubble and writing code. Just a me thing, I suppose. You're more like you have more potential to become a manager if talking to people is something that you enjoy. Who was that guy who just got banned, late to party? He's a fucking idiot. What else is he? Let's not yeah. Oh, late to party, no problem. The Blue Notebook. This is only my first video, and I started streaming like half an hour ago, so you're not that late. I am not of the Indian code stealing YouTuber space. Didn't this guy have some coder school? What happened to it? I have no idea. I have not even watched like last 10 videos that he may have posted. So what has he been posting about? AI is hottest jobs, top 1% AI, don't do this. Self-taught developers make. What skill gets you hired fastest? Tested Fable 5. Yeah, he's not really making videos about his college, is he? Get into FDE role, then make a video. I left it, then launch a new code. I know, right? It is so easy. Master plan. When you become an architect, you spend more time on deciding in meetings how the code will be written than you do writing the actual code. I mean, that's fair.
Than to assign it in a scrum and then give it points, etc. So this point I'm fairly optimistic on that a lot of.
He's into 100x dev more now these days. Oh, okay, maybe. Okay, I'm done with this. Let's watch Mr. Who's the Boss, because that is an interesting video. The fall of the gaming market, and I have to know like what's happening to the gaming market, because I know tidbits here and there. By the way, Lorry Wired is getting crazy views these days, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. I want to watch this.
Because at the same time, PlayStation announced it's This is a PlayStation 5. It came out in 2020 at $399. And now, even though it's 6 years old, it costs $599. Nintendo's announced a price hike to their Switch 2. The Xbox has raised its price 3 times since 2025. And the scariest part is not even the extra money, it's what's happening around it. Because at the same time, PlayStation announced it's going to stop shipping physical game discs entirely. Xbox has axed 5 of its big game production studios and fired thousands of people in what's being called one of the biggest single layoffs in gaming history. All while Nvidia has started capping how many hours a month you're allowed to play when using their services.
Brilliant. This is the highlight of the video for me. People who used to say, oh, if you get GeForce, you don't really, you don't have to worry about, anything. You can just pay money and you can do whatever you want. Great. Shopify becomes harder with AI. I'm sure it will be around PS5 going diskless. Yeah, that is the point. Yeah. Hercules only launched a new course when he needed more funding money. Probably. Who's the Boss is video is great. Basically, AI is the reason. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's
This is
fair.
the craziest part. Everything I've just mentioned is linked. This is actually all part of a single chain reaction that's already started in the gaming industry. And I don't
Let me guess that hard drive prices going up and the chip shortage or RAM shortage or AI industries. Yeah, I know.
Don't see where it stops. To understand what I mean, if we were to take apart this PlayStation 5, inside you would find 16 gigabytes of RAM, or memory, which it needs to be able to run games. A single AI chip from Nvidia, the Blackwell Ultra, requires 288 gigabytes of memory, 18 PlayStation 5's worth of RAM. Now, it is a fancier type of memory than what's in your PlayStation, but it's made on the same production lines by the same companies. So every gigabyte that goes into this is a gigabyte that can't be made for a PS5. And the problem is when AI companies buy chips for their data centers, they don't just buy one. Chips are sold in racks, each containing 72 of those AI chips. So one rack
Damn.
equals 1,300 PlayStation 5s. Oh dear. And they don't just buy one rack. Racks are purchased in clusters. Last year, Microsoft switched on their first big cluster to help power the growing needs from OpenAI's ChatGPT models. That
Where is this demand coming from? I don't understand. It's been 3 years. Pretty much the whole world knows about ChatGPT at this point. Who is asking for more AI? Seriously, that is something that I question every now and then. They keep saying that the demand of AI is going up. And I'm just like, who are these people that is creating the demand? Or is it like tech company CEOs pulling it out of their asses? Hey Shivam, her channel was recommended to me a year ago. I watch her. Yeah, I do too. She is a great YouTuber. The demand is inflated. Yeah, I mean, that is funny, isn't it? The closed loop. What your thought on Codeberg members voted 358 to 144 to update the platform terms of use and ban projects that consist mostly of generative AI written code? The funny thing is, I don't even know what Codeberg is supposed to be. What is Codeberg? Is it like a GitHub alternative that provides Git hosting, web publishing, and development tools for free and open source projects? Okay, so it is like a GitHub but smaller version of it. I feel like it is good. See, the only, like, remember very long time ago, I said that this is going to be a branding strategy for some platforms or some products, that hey, we didn't use AI at all. So I guess that this is their attempt at creating the branding. But then, the other question that I have, how do you make systems recognize that certain code is AI generated? I mean, our eyes can do that. If you read some code, you will be able to tell if it is AI generated. But then, how do you translate that human thought into a computer to make it recognize that? And then again, you will say, use AI. So basically, we are in this loop of you have an AI problem, just throw more AI at it. Yes, GitHub alternative. Of Palantir. Oh, Palantir uses it. Okay. It's sunk cost fallacy at this point. I read somewhere that CEOs are saying that AI gives 100x productivity gains, but in reality, it doesn't even translate to 100% or even 10x increase in revenue. I know, right? The only revenue is going towards the AI companies themselves, not the people who are trying to use it. Trash versus garbage. By the way, I love that meme. Trash versus garbage. Anywhere I see it on 9gag, I don't know how many of you use 9gag. It is like the platform where memes come out of, and they get reused on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or wherever. Or maybe like Imager, Imgur, IMGUR. I don't know how many of you use that platform. Yeah, so I saw this first on 9gag, this type of thing.
cluster was 64 racks in one go. 83,000 PlayStation 5s. And here's where it gets truly terrifying. Even that was barely a test run compared to the scale on which these new servers are being set up now, just a year later.
Let me guess. He's gonna come to AI data centers, isn't it? A-hole of the internet. It's not coding. If it's not coding, what would you have chosen for the career? Give top 2 names. Okay, first of all, the only thing that comes to mind is pizza delivery, because this kind of thought is pretty well ingrained in my head, that in 2017, when I was about to graduate my MCA, I did say to myself that maybe I am being too overconfident. Like, overconfidence is one thing, but then I'm pushing overconfidence to its limits also. That, hey, I'll get a coding job, no problem. But then I realized that, and I thought to myself, if I don't end up getting a software developer job, what would I do? And then I decided to myself that I'll do pizza deliveries. I don't care. I will keep trying for an interview in software development industry, and I will lie to my parents that I have a job and I go to like a coding job. So I don't know, anytime that somebody asks if you didn't do this, then what would you do? Pizza delivery is the first thing that comes to mind, because that would have been the start of my career if it was not coding. Then as a pizza delivery guy, what would I really look into? Well, would be opening up a small shop, tea shop. What else would I do? Chai ka thela. Everything boils down to jolly bhai. So what I have recently seen in tech AI is, instead of focusing on quality data, it's more towards pushing the scaling bigger models. So where the demand is rising, not sure. I was civil engineer by education, so maybe that profession in India has very low scope. But that's not the question. Like, civil engineer and software developer is sort of okay. Let's see how close they are in job responsibilities. Compare a civil engineer job to a SWE job. Let's see if there are any similarities. Highlights key differences in daily work environment, physical infrastructure, splits time between office and active outdoor construction sites, manages physical materials. Also, so civil engineer is more like a physical job. Software engineer is digital, obviously. Okay, so there is quite a difference. So is that a fair answer for you, Dannaramu? I think it is a fair answer. Yeah. Hey, Prabhu, play games. Chai ki shop gives more freedom though. Not really. Not really. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Later,
Police.
OpenAI is currently building out the Stargate campus that will reportedly hold 100 times the number of racks as that first purchase. 8.3 million PlayStation 5s worth of memory in one company's one site. That's almost enough PlayStations for every single household in the entire continent of Australia. And so when you factor in that there are also other AI companies, Meta and their even larger Prometheus site, xAI's Colossus, supposedly the world's most powerful data center, Amazon, Google, and every other.
Do you know a news article that I saw? Thieves actually stole from an AI data centers. Thieves steal from a data center. I actually saw, this is the, yeah, right here. A gang of thieves pulled off a multi-million-dollar data center heist. So apparently that's the thing. Okay, how the fuck, that, there it is. According to Business Insider, investigators recently recovered 2 stolen trailers near Chicago containing roughly $1.3 million worth of data center supplies, including $300,000 in copper wires stolen in Alabama, and another trailer carrying $1 million in infra equipment taken from Florida. It's a booming industry. Oh my god, theft is a booming industry, with the US Department of Homeland Security estimating that cargo theft costs businesses about $35 billion a year, and the AI boom is now fueling a whole new niche with that black market. Great, great. Why am I happy about this? So they stole racks. That should be me. Booming industry. That's what made me laugh as well. Alright, let's continue.
A big tech company who's galloping headfirst
That should be me. They probably only took the RAM and storage. Yeah, probably, because what else is there?
into the AI wars. We have reached a point where AI data centers are now estimated to be swallowing up 70% of the world's memory output. 70% is going into building services that we barely heard of 5 years ago. And that has left everything else on the planet that needs memory. Every phone, every PC, every car, every console having to now fight over the small and rapidly shrinking pool that's left.
A car company can actually come up and say that we are all manual, everything, like no software at all. Let's pretend that this is the 1970s. We are gonna build the Chevy or the Mustang or the American muscle cars. What was the brand? I can't remember the brand. It's a very popular car brand in US. Shit, I forgot the name. I once heard it in a Eminem song. But anyway, $300K copper wire is crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, when you like, I'm pretty sure it was a coordinated attack. Will you watch the grappling fight of Ankit? Huh? What is that? Grappling fight of Ankit? I don't know what that is. Dodge. Yeah, anyway. I'll come up with, I'll remember the car brand. Dodge Challenger. Nah, not really.
Why don't they just make some more
Let's switch to that booming industry.
memory, you ask? Well, I don't think they want to. See, the entire world's memory supply comes from largely 5 companies. And if we're talking about the specific type of memory used to make RAM, that's only 3 companies: Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron. And these 3 companies could choose to invest tens of billions into new factories to be able to produce more, but that would take 3 to 4 years to build. And if there were to be an AI crash in that time, they'd have spent it all for nothing. And so why take the risk when they're currently raking in cash? These companies are currently lapping up 70 to 80% margins on their memory compared to the historical norm of 30 to 40% because of one simple fact: that their new favorite customers, big tech companies, will pay absolutely anything for it. We are in a very unique situation where basically for the first time since the dot-com bubble, some of the richest companies on the planet like Microsoft, Amazon, Google are not even behaving like businesses. They're spending more money than they're even making from AI because the fear of losing the AI race has actually become bigger than the fear of debt. This is a very precarious situation for the world to be in, and it puts these memory companies in such a powerful position that it feels like they've just decided to forget entirely about the consumer, with Micron actually quietly shutting down its consumer memory brand, Crucial, to focus on these data center business customers. Now, new factories are coming. Elon Musk and Intel are building a giant AI complex in Texas, for example.
You know, every now and then every now and then I see a title on a YouTube video that says, Google has lost the AI race, Grok is back in the AI race. It's like a stock market, isn't it? It's like imaginary made up bullshit about whatever that only the top players make money out of and nobody else does. And then if it crashes, then we are the ones who will pay for it. Chevrolet, Cadillac. Why are you guys listing all the car brands? Buick. Yes, Buick. I remember now. This is the title. This is the car brand. Buick. Ankit Bayanpuria gonna fight with Arman today at 6:30. Holy crap, I have no idea who these 2 people are. I have no idea. Yeah, anyway, I was saying that a car company like can say that we have no software. Thar. Poor Thar drivers, man. Poor Thar drivers. Unnecessarily, they got dragged into this. Like, even if you see a respectable Thar driver, you know that they're gonna get those looks that, Thar, But look, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna buy a Thar, obviously, for obvious reasons. I'm not gonna buy a Thar because I don't want people to be looking at me that way. But then Thar is a beautiful car. Like, I saw that and tried to, take away the driver persona and everything. And I just looked at it very objectively. And I was like, it's a beautiful looking piece of vehicle. And then look at what happened to it. Thar versus Creta, trash versus garbage. I never liked Creta. I have never liked Creta. I don't know. I know the stereotype about Creta drivers as well. But I have never liked Creta. If you're going to buy a Creta, might as well buy a Tata Punch, a Tata Nexon. Increase your budget a little bit, get the Tata Nexon. Far better looking car. And far better, I feel like. Thar is a copy of Jeep. The persona is bad, but still, like, you can be a copy. It's not bad to be a copy, but Thar is a beautiful looking car, but it's just that poor Mahindra, what happened to it? More than Thar, their drivers are more popular. Google lost in the AI race. I guess everyone device is shoved with Google AI and soon Apple devices too. By the time info reached you, it's already outdated. Thar genuinely is beauty for the price. No, but Thar is not cheap. I have Brezza. Yeah, Brezza is a good car, I feel like. I have a Punch, Tata Punch. I will make videos sitting in it very soon. I almost had an accident with the Creta coming full speed at a turn. Oh, sorry to hear that, bro. Bro, Thar Wrangler are amazing for off-roading. Old school model Brezza. Nice. I would have been dead. Damn, bro, that's crazy. I like Tata Punch, bro, so much. Nexon feedback is bad from my relatives. Maybe mileage is one of the reasons. Nexon gets some shade thrown at it. Thar's image is bad, not Jeeps. Yeah, I know. Tata engines are slightly worse, respectfully, Punch owner. Oh, you also have a Tata Punch. Nice. Huh. Tata Punch has a bad engine. But doesn't that depend on what year you bought the car versus what year I bought the car? Maybe like E20. Oh, by the way, this E20 thing, man. And the student protest, they finally got... okay, I'm jumping around here. The student protest. I was not here to make a video or talk about it on live stream, but I was happy that Dharmendra Pradhan, that guy, he resigned. And then, you know, the actual stupid fucking the audience in this politics and everything that comes out of every decision like this, they started saying that, oh, Dharmendra Pradhan has resigned. Now let's see how many doctors come out of this exam. And I'm like, you fucking idiot. You did not even understand what the point of the whole protest was. It was that a message needs to be sent. And the message did get sent, and they got accountability at least on some level that Dharmendra Pradhan is not gonna be the guy running this whole NTA bullshit anymore. Somebody else will, and maybe they are more corrupt than this guy, or maybe not, or we'll see what happens. But the whole reason for that protest was to send a message, and it did get through. So it was a success. That Thar is KTM of cars. Yeah, I know, right? Tata has bad engine. Yeah, I never heard that. This is the first time I'm hearing about it from Danna Ramu. Tata engines are bad. Data center GPU liberation specialist PS5 division sneak in. Yoink GPUs, build PS5s, no receipts. Requirement 10 year GPU liberation experience. Hey, that's a good job title. I'm stealing that. That's that's going on my Twitter. Just 1 second. One second, let me do this. One second. Is it liberator or liberator? Is it liberation specialist? Let's just call it as a GPU liberist specialist. Yep. New education minister is as joke as Dharmendra. Maybe he is. Maybe. Prahlad Joshi, next education minister. Probably, agree, but now they got fear. They do anything wrong system, they might get kicked out. Prahlad. Old wine in new bottle. Probably. People in power ADA illiterate period. The issue is that even if they resign, the people replacing are bad or even worse. Yeah, I know, but the thing is that they are not gonna get away with it. They are not gonna. Can you believe, Sid, people are even justifying the lathi charge on those protesters, which were kids? I know, right? This is the fucking stupidity of politics. Oh, I can't even imagine being this kind of idiot. And there are actual mouth breathers walking between us, among us. Agree, but now they have got fear. Prahlad Joshi, new education minister. If in any hypothesis AI gets flop and those chips in memory will be sold in Thalika Bhav chips. But can't judge early, let's see. New job role, let's go. Not all battles are fought for victory. Someone forced me to tell the world that someone was there on the battlefield related to the protest. Yeah, that's yeah, liberating GPUs, lol. Which two cars would you have loved to own which are under 50 lakh budget? Bro, 50 lakh budget, crazy. Like that opens up so many cars. Let's see. 50 lakh 50 lakh budget cars. Give me a list. Yeah, let's Fortuner, Skoda, Jeep Meridian, okay. Hyundai, Camry, BYD Seal, entry level BMW. I would not get a BMW because I'm not a huge fan of sedan cars. Same goes for Audi. I would go for an SUV 100%. Range Rover is in the crores, so I can't afford a Range Rover, but I will be able to afford a Mahindra XUV or Fortuner. Yeah, these things, yeah, this would be my choice. Fortuner, yeah. We yoinking GPUs now. What the hell? I thought it was going to defeat Python. Dude, stop tweeting. It is boring. Okay. MG cars. Why their stomach get filled after making so much money? Like, is it going on? What do you think of their mentality? It is flexing dick. What else is it? All of it is about flexing dick. They're not actually. The point is not to make money at some point. They are trillionaires, they are billionaires, whatever they are. They have more money than even kings and queens of the 16th or 13th century ever saw. Accounting the inflation in 2026, they didn't even have 10% of what the billionaires of today have. But at some point, it stops being about the number as your net worth. It's about showing my dick is bigger than your dick sort of thing. It comes down to. Hey, understand. Hey, Avinash Kumar Mehta. Again, I am like impressed by your username. I don't know what it is. This is the simplest but most effective username ever. There are people involved from the very top till the bottom. Everybody wants a cut and make quick bucks. Once they get a taste of easy money, they can't hold back. That's not it. That's not it. No, it's not that. On some level, it is. Just because you can liberate data centers running hentai slop instead of settlements. It's influence. Yeah, I mean, it is influence. Yeah. Showing among your peers that look what I did versus look what you did. Is it rooted in our culture because of the viceroy culture we had in British time? Huh? Nobody is even talking about India, bro. We are talking about the billionaires and the oligarchs. That's who we are talking about. But abusive statements, what those kids have made must be punished. They say they were 15, 20 years old, but kind of abusive words, they should not be forgiven. Bro, seriously? Like here you have a government that doesn't take accountability for anything that it fucks up, and you can't even abuse it. Why do you think we elect ministers and we elect a government? So that anything that goes wrong in our lives, we can throw a couple abuse words at them and get over with it. So many things are broken in our current system, and you're not even allowed to abuse the government. Seriously? I know about a girl. She was caught on camera and she said some horrific stuff about Modi or whatever. And I'm like, what else do you elect a prime minister for? That, oh, milk prices are gone up. I blame Obama. Oh, I can't even park in this area anymore. I blame our current prime minister. That's why you even hire a prime minister for that job, so that you can abuse the shit out of the guy. And now you're saying that they must be punished. Come on, dude. Come on, Sanjay. Don't be an uncle. That is the unk mentality. You might be younger than me, but you don't understand why we elect politicians in the first place. Bro, check the Discord. I've sent something on server. If we talk about software industry. What? India comes nowhere close in the discussion. Yeah, I know. Oracle stocks plunged 65% from all-time high. Oh, I want to check this. Oracle stock. 5 days, 1 month, 8%, 6 months, 18%. I see. Apple is down 7%. SAP, Microsoft, Nvidia, they are all pointing upwards. Oh, there you go. There you go. Here it is. Year to date, this is 2nd January and this is 31st July. 33%. Huh. It was the highest at 248, 1st June. That's crazy. That is crazy. When I ask my foreigner friends, I ask about coming India, they prefer to die instead of coming here. And the image of our food is so good on a global level. Why would you ask anybody to come to your country? I don't understand. Why would you even do that? If you talk about software industry from money perspective, will someone who is software entrepreneur will make more money or someone who's deep into tech but not into overall product management? Bro, what kind of question is that? You be the CEO, you will make a lot of money. The position makes you money, not the knowledge. See, 1 year or 2 years. Okay, so 1 year. 46%. Okay, that's crazy. Wow. Let's check Apple. Year to date, 13%. 6 months, nice. 1 month, 4. 5 days, 8%. Yeah, so Apple is doing quite well. Apple will do quite well. I don't worry about Apple. The brand loyalty is off the charts when it comes to Apple. 1 or 5 years. 5 years, what has happened? 5 years, they have grown 49%. Highest is 322 approx. Yep, 283. 308 it shows. See, 1 or 5 years. Haha, I know, right? Check Kospi Korea Index. Bro, why does that matter? I mean, this is just a quick number I just like to check. I don't actually know what is Korea Index and what is Japan Index and all those things, what the real impact is. I check NASDAQ because obviously NASDAQ is the NASDAQ. India, it is the Sensex. And what is this? Nifty? Yeah, Nifty, is it? Yeah, Nifty. I don't even check Indian stock markets. I'm like, I'm not even interested. I don't know why. This is a bad this is a bad habit, but I'm gonna push my wife into all this stock market crap. Yeah, that's the plan actually. She's complaining that she's gonna be a housewife. She won't have a job at some point. So I'm like, okay, I'll focus on my job and you nosedive into the stock market. Nifty 50, yeah. Korea has Samsung and SK Hynix, two of the biggest chip makers. Yeah, we saw that in this video. Will Indian stock market come back ever? We named it quite well. I know, right? I don't know about that. Stock market will come back. What does that even mean? Indian market started falling just when I started investing. Bro, you know intraday trading. Obviously, you know what that is. My cousin brother was very interested in intraday, right? So he was making like 40 rupees, 60 rupees, 55 rupees and something like that on a daily basis. And he was quite excited about it because he was making money. So he was like, oh my God, I do nothing all day and I make 40, 50 rupees. I know it's not much, but still, it was good. It was good for him. So he was making. And then that one day it hit him and 1200 rupees he lost in one day. And his face was on the ground and I was just laughing at him that he was trying to share his like sadness with me. And all I did was point fingers and laugh because obviously he's my brother. So we have that kind of relationship. But then I also felt bad that I shouldn't have laughed at somebody's, money loss. Had it been a girlfriend loss or whatever, something like other funny things, then I should have. But then I just couldn't hold myself. But he was so like disappointed. That kept making me laugh. Like this is what happens when you gamble. I lost around 20-25K in crypto. Year was 2022. Damn, bro. Let's continue with the stocks. Fry my brain. Where do you put your savings salary every month? I'd rather not discuss that right now. Yeah.
That will also make some memory, but none of it produces
Hey.
anything meaningful.
Hey, by the way, me saying that doesn't mean that I do any shady shit. I don't.
before 2028. Plus, almost all of that new capacity is being built for, you guessed it, the AI customers anyway. Because, well, you already know now. So how much more expensive has this memory really become? Well, to give you an idea, within just 3 months at the end of last year, the price of a single 16GB stick of RAM rose almost 300%, according to Tom's Hardware's RAM Price Index. Asha Sharma, CEO of Xbox, has said, the price we paid for console storage components was over 2 times as high as we paid last fall. These costs have since doubled again, and as we plan for the 2027 holiday season, we expect another significant.
You know what though? There is a thing that I see in these gaming companies. Like, sure, the price of hardware is going up, but they can always sell at a loss and then make up that in software. Because Steam sales and stuff like that, people do want to pay for, games. It's not like piracy is that big of an issue even today. So I don't know why console companies come out to say that, oh, the prices are going up. I literally don't. Whatever the price components are, sell at a loss and then make up the money with physical discs, by the way. Hey, Tycoon, and do home chores. Bro, what else have I been doing the last 2.5 years, Tycoon? This is what I've been doing. Luckily, I do invest in US stocks, but I know I will suffer the same situation the moment I try to redeem them. Yeah, SIP, I resonate with that, Tycoon. Bro, what else have I been doing the last 2.5 years? I've been in Jharkhand. That's what I was doing. The game companies should be optimizing for PS4 hardware. They would still make bank. That's a whole other pressure, but PS5, they can also pull it off if they just kept their brains out of their asses. Capitalism won't allow any losses. Stocks will go down. But then Sony PlayStation got put on the map with this strategy, didn't they? Imagine Sid holding baby and yapping about software industry. That won't be that far away. That future is not that far away, Stealth. So
increase, taking us over 5 times the prices we paid only 2 years earlier. 5 times! Memory is getting so expensive that, according to a report from TrendForce, on some high-end graphics cards, the memory that's on the card, known as the VRAM, now accounts for up to 80% of the total cost. Let that sink in. The actual clever bit of the graphics card that you should be paying for.
You know what though? Steam sale for the win, piracy for life. You guys got me to spend 2,000 rupees the other day. But if gaming companies actually made the effort of getting that message out there that, hey, times are hard, we want you guys to be buying games rather than piracy, I have certain faith in people that they will try to support by buying games. Not at full price, obviously, but especially during sales. If they like put up billboards and stuff like that, hey, Steam sale is coming up, please buy games as much as you want at 40%, 50%, whatever discount, people will, support. I will also support them by buying some games. At least I'm getting some games, right? But this kind of messaging gets lost in the translation. I feel like I don't have much gyan about finance. I simply do 50k SIP. I'm 22. Yeah, I know. I remember you. Who doesn't want to benefit from the silicon chip price hike? Tycoon, is SIP better than FD? I feel like FD is safer. Yeah. Just a hunch. I may be wrong. There is nothing safe in the world. Yeah, that's a fair answer.
For the GPU chip that companies like Nvidia spend billions designing is on some cards now costing less than the basic memory that's soldered around it. Here's where it starts to get problematic. The implications from these higher prices are bigger than they first seem, because when the prices go up, of course, fewer consumers buy. Like if we take PlayStation, in May 2026, just after the price hike, Americans bought fewer PlayStations than they had in any May since the year 2000. That's before the PlayStation 2 had even come to America. Xbox had the worst May in its entire history, and it's much bigger than just PlayStation and Xbox. Any company that makes any type of computing hardware. I was speaking to the director of one of the big Windows handheld companies, the companies that make this kind of stuff, and his words were,
okay.
entire history, and it's much bigger than just PlayStation and Xbox. Any company that makes any type of computing hardware. I was speaking to the director of one of the big Windows handheld companies, the companies that make this kind of
this thing. It kind of flopped, didn't it? Sort of flopped. I'm kind of quite saddened by this because how capable these systems are, and given what you get for the prices, it's actually quite capable. Like imagine this kind of device 20 years ago. You couldn't have imagined an OLED display, this kind of processor, and this kind of form factor, and the ability to play any game that you want in these devices, handheld. But then for some reason, like it failed. to get mass market attention, isn't it? Yes, heard about it. Bank of Baroda data leak hua hai. 1 terabyte of India pushed to dark web. Who's even surprised at that, bro? What's up? The electricity got cut here. It's been 3 days of continuous raining. Crazy. I mean, the rainy season is quite nice this year in India. At least I can speak for West Bengal and Jharkhand. Can't say that about all states, of course, because I have not been there myself. A lot of these game companies spent more on executives' compensation and buying companies instead of actually making games while keeping their expenses grounded. I still remember the bullshit from Ubisoft declaring quadruple A games, which was worse than some indie games. I mean, yeah, but yeah, fair, yeah.
Stuff. And his words were, man, Windows gaming handhelds and computers are dead now. No company will launch new products if the memory prices continue to rise. It is crazy now. How bad do things need to be for a director of a currently operating business to call their own business dead? Even like Valve, typically the strongman of value gaming, just launched their Steam Machine, a box that's barely as powerful as the 6-year-old PS5, for $1,049. It's not going to be the next Steam Deck, put it that way. So all of a sudden, the home console, the bastion that for 30 years has been the affordable way to game, the thing your mum could buy you at Christmas, is quietly drifting away from a staple to a luxury purchase. Now, gamers aren't going to stop playing games, right? But are they going to have to start changing where they play them? Very possibly. And that's where things get concerning. If the PlayStation 6, for example, launches at 2.5 times the base price that the PS5 did, $1,000, which sounds like an outrageous prediction, but is actually what the current latest rumors are suggesting, then it's not a crazy thought that far fewer people are going to buy a PS6. And you might think, okay, I mean, that's fine, I'll just wait, I'll buy it pre-owned. But it's not about just us, the individual. See, the entire console gaming industry relies on momentum. These companies have to sell tens of millions of these consoles right out the gate to prove to developers that their new platform is worth developing for. It means that a new console is basically either all or nothing. You either sell tons of boxes, have developers flooding to your platform to make games for those users, and then even more users buying your console because of those games. The Nintendo Wii is a great example of forward momentum like this, with the console eventually hitting 101 million sales. Or you bottle it at the start. You don't manage to get that initial launch trajectory. Game devs don't want to take the risk, and then pretty much nothing you do is going to save your platform. Like the Wii U, which came just after the Wii, and in its entire lifetime has only hit 13.5 million. So my question is, how on earth are Sony or Xbox going to build any kind of momentum with...
I think this is why also we are not gonna get a third phone OS. We're not gonna get it because developers are not gonna flood to your platform wanting to make apps for your operating system. It's only going to be Android and iOS. I think forever. It will take such a monumental effort for a third company for a third operating system to say that we are going to be the ones to run on phones. The Steam Decks, yeah, but it's SIP beta returns. Okay, now money. Hey, 19 Holland, how you doing? The Steam Decks just better among them or the one with Steam OS? At this point, the least I can hope for is they must have hashed the password before That's funny. They have must have. Okay, mustard and pepper and salting while hashing for sure. The rainy season's nice, but everything else just fall apart. I mean, sure, falls apart, no problem. You started without me. Sorry about that. Stealth, how old are you? Oh, whoa, Tycoon. That is very sus. Don't ask somebody's age on the internet. Just don't do that. Also have main account in Bank of Baroda. Thank you. I'm about to turn 21. Then from, well, let's face it, besides a dark pattern, all those DVDs and stuff are a waste as well. Actually, I'm looking for my DVD collection that I had like, a decade ago. I'm thinking that box is somewhere in this house and I just don't know where. Because if I find it and then I can try renting a external DVD disc drive, external DVD reader. Yeah, let's put it that way. I actually want to, try some of the DVDs out. Just see that if it is working condition. And by the way, check this out. 1 terabyte of hard drive right here. And check this out. 1 terabyte hard drive right here. Seagate. Right here. These two 1 terabyte hard drives I found sitting in my drawer. And I just plugged it in and it worked. So 2 terabytes of hard drive external storage. I have now. Made me quite happy. Given that in these trying times, I just happened to like burst open a drawer just to see what stuff is in it, and then I found it. Pen, paper, coding round. Any tips? There isn't really any tip for pen, paper. Write it with pencil, I would say, rather than pen. Where were you getting 2 lakh pound? Well, that's I drink 2L in a morning. Okay. Hey, negative one, how you doing? Happy to see you. Yeah, I'm also happy to see you. And it's been quite a while. I realized that. It's because I was moving houses, and now this is going to be the house that I'm going to be in permanently. Not anymore in that green screen, that kind of house. USD shiny money, some client. You are 21, then go all in and take risk. Sid found gold. Guys, he has got storage. Get him. Bro, give me that magic drawer. So I have 3 terabytes of space now. Yeah.
With their next-gen consoles, if they're priced at $1,000. If the PS6 launches and only 5 to 8 million people buy one in the first year, whereas 80 million people are currently on PS5s, which platform are developers going to prioritize their games for? Obviously the old one. Sure, they'll make a version that runs at a higher resolution for the latest hardware, but any sensible developer who's going to have to spend maybe half a decade pouring everything into their next game is going to do everything to make sure that it's PS5 users who are getting an optimal experience, because that's where the money is. So now, there is even less reason to upgrade.
Bro. Ramayana trailer is the worst horse shit, dog shit trailer I've ever seen. I would, if I could talk to the director of this new Ramayana movie, I would ask him to not release this movie at all. Because you're gonna cause outrage, given how shitty the whole thing is. I cannot believe we keep going back to our own mythology and we screw it up. Ranbir Kapoor as Ram. Like, dude. What is wrong with these two, Alia Bhatt and Ranbir Kapoor? They got married, sure, they are great actors in their own volition, but then this bitch, Alia Bhatt, comes out with Alpha, and now her husband is trying to play Lord Ram. What is wrong with these people? Said, you look good, guy. Have you ever through wins or rough journey where you were like, it's done? It's done, bro. That's crazy. What do you mean by it's done? Like, do you give up, or like, do you have kind of thoughts? I think the most social modern way to distribute I think the most social modern way to distribute games put in a rewritable USB stick or downloadable as a whole, so you can burn or whatever yourself. Yeah, it's called torrenting. Yeah, it's called torrents. What about tech company hiring again? News flooding my YouTube timeline. I know. I realized that. All of YouTubers are fucking idiots. It's just trend chasing. Whatever YouTuber something tries, it gets views. Everybody starts running after the same thing. I know. Who the fuck is out there whispering in the ears of these fucking YouTubers, being like, oh, tech companies hiring again, you should make a video. You can make any video that you want at any point of time on this platform and it would not matter. Who's gonna hold you accountable? The second any accountability starts to appear, in at least from the audience side or like from a platform side, that you have to back up your claims by actually providing us data where you got this from, and then we will check it. You wouldn't see that many YouTube videos coming out of the dev sector. Fucking idiot. At this point, I can make a video that dev is done, it is software development is dead and blah and blah. And also I can make a video that, oh, jobs are coming back, and both of them will do views. But don't, like, my only advice is that don't look for the truth in these videos. Just know that they are for pattern recognition. They are only for like exploiting your insecurity, because obviously if you're watching video after video after video of jobs coming back, then it means that the algorithm can guess that you are pretty insecure right now, so it can shove more videos in your face. Know where you're seeing at that point. Everything got shattered kind. Actually, it takes a lot to break me, Tycoon. Coming from a career perspective, a relationship perspective, friends perspective, and just my usual existential dread perspective. I have been through like some rough shit in my life, but what I realized is it takes a lot to break me. A lot it takes to break me. I'll tell you something funny, because obviously this is a chill stream. So 2 days I saw back-to-back dreams, recurring dreams, where I am either drowning and I'm trying my hardest to float to the surface. And the other day I dreamt about a burglary happening in my house and me pinning the robber down and screaming at the top of my lungs for help that somebody come and arrest these burglars. So I sensed a pattern in my dreams. So what I did, I took those dreams, put it in ChatGPT and asked it just for fun what it means. And ChatGPT told me that ChatGPT told me that doesn't mean that it is the truth, but I'm just saying, just paraphrasing what it told me. So it said that in your subconscious, you don't see yourself as the victim. In your subconscious, you are ready to fight, you're ready to survive, you don't give up that easily. And I was like, okay, obviously you're gonna say nice things about me. But then I kept checking and putting that to the test. And in real life, when somebody gives me a look and when somebody tries to start shit with me, how quickly I spring into action, like, okay, try something, bro, I'll show you. Like in that mode, rather than run away, okay, this is what it is. Fight or flight response, right? I choose fight more than flight. And this is when I started like saying to myself and conforming that, yeah, this is true. I don't, it takes a lot to break me or scare me. Like ghosts, I'm scared of, sure, because that is paranormal activity. Anybody should be. I can't punch a ghost in the face, but I can punch a human in the face, right? So there's that difference. So, so it's that's that kind of thing. This guy, maybe Piyush Garg, he makes everything dead. Is he out of his mind? Yeah, sure. I mean, I can agree. Loop engineering is the new wave of tech YouTubers now. Did you read Everyone is Milking System Design? Good for them. At least they are teaching something, right? It's not that bad though. It just don't notify that 4,000 crore budget. Did you read this article where Claude has cut down books so that they can scan each page, but they don't have the decency to repair them? Instead, they have burned these books. What? So many of those books were apparently rare. Claude has cut down books so that they can scan each page but don't have the decency to repair them. Instead, they burn those books. I don't understand. Claude is an AI bot. How did it burn the books? I don't understand that. I don't understand this article. Can you send me a link? Bro, you're on Twitch. You can actually share links. Give me the link, bro. I'll read it. Yeah, sure. I just torrented to do it in a legal way. By the way, I downloaded a Linux distro with torrent. The only legal example of torrenting. I know, right? Everybody keeps saying, oh, I downloaded an ISO. But yeah, we know what you're doing. But my rewritable USB stick comment is also that USB stick doesn't go to waste. Multi-purpose. It's modern. But why do you keep saying rewritable USB stick? Aren't all USB sticks rewritable to begin with? Like that was the whole point of having a USB stick, right? Just like you said, people who want to hear that there are no jobs, see the no jobs video, who want to hear that there are jobs, see the there are jobs video, and both type of video works at the same time. Yeah, so that's why I say don't look for the truth in YouTube videos. It's just a trend. It worked for somebody, but don't take it seriously. Anthropic destroyed millions books. What? Destroyed books? Seriously? Why Anthropic destroying books was ruled legal? The rule is older than AI. When you buy a book, it is yours. You can resell it, lend it, or bin it. Lawyers call that the first sale doctrine. Oh, so let me guess. They bought the books and they trained Claude and then they destroyed the source material. And they were like, we paid for it, so we can do whatever the hell we want. That's what it is, right? Keep the paper and you hold 2 copies. Shred it and you hold 1. Now I see. Well, it is shitty, but then again, when has tech companies given a fuck about our feelings or the public morality, basically? When have they given a shit about morality? Project Panama, Anthropic book scanning program. Figured out first many places from which it could buy books. Okay. Then executive to skip the legal practice business log. That's crazy. A library of 196,000 pirated titles. 5 million more Library Genesis, 2 million follow from Library Pirate Mirror. That is crazy. His brief was to obtain all the books in the world. Contractors then cut the binding, trimmed the pages, and scanned each copy. Okay. Wow, that is crazy. Did you watch Ramayana trailer? Don't remind me. It's such a trash trailer, bro. I don't even want to play it on screen. We will all cringe. This is a chill stream, not a cringe stream. It is so crap. So crap. Our own mythology and we mess it up. Can you imagine that? Then you have understood the meaning of life for sure. Can we call it detachment? Bro, are you doing fine, Tycoon? What's going on with you? Rather than you asking questions, now let me ask the questions. What's happening with you? Are you doing good, bro? Some people do fight instead of flight and get their ass kicked. Yeah, I'm ready to get my ass kicked. Fine. At least I can tell myself that I wasn't being a little bitch that wanted to run away. ChatGPT is fooled by randomness. Try not get fooled yourself. I know. And I told you that just because ChatGPT told me, that doesn't mean it's the truth. And many more AI companies cut the books from only books, and then they cut the joint where they put all the sheets in an industry machine to scan, then they destroyed. Yeah, it's legal. I mean, they got away with it. And then these guys cry when Chinese AI company destroy. You know what it is? It is karma. Sorry, I should say karma. It is karma for all my American and English viewers. Yeah, that's what it is. You do a shitty thing, what goes around comes back around. Yeah. That trailer is a disrespect to our own mythology. I know, right? I know. Expecting those androids to have a sense of sympathy is like expecting love from a hooker. That's nice. And it's a canon event in your life. Yes, life is good. Thanks for asking. No, I feel like you're hiding it. You are indirectly referencing something that you're going through, but you're not ready to tackle it head on. Sometimes it is fun. Yes, 4,000 crore by the way, and still some visuals are too AI. Oh, what? Oh, wait a second. I need to confirm this. Budget for the new Ramayana. Oh shit. Holy shit, bro. What the fuck? $500 million they spent on this movie. I should not say effing movie because I'm literally taking the name of Ramayana. That is religious thing. They spent this much money to come out with a trailer this bad looking. By the way, I watched Obsession. Holy moly, it's a good movie. Obsession. Holy crap. It blew my socks away. But I'll tell one thing, C++ Ka Deewana, it did not scare me. And I'll tell you one more thing. And by the way, there are so many things that I want to talk about that movie, Obsession. I was like, fuck this. Okay, first of all, if I was Bear and I made that phone call and the phone caller told me that I have to end myself to make that wish disappear or that wish stop working, if I was Bear in that moment, I would take a gun, I would put it in my face and I would like pull the trigger. No kidding, I would do that. Imagine taking somebody's hostage. This is why like I feel like Aladdin movie, that genie, he had a rule that they cannot make somebody fall in love with you. I feel like this is the result of what happens when you force somebody to be in love with you. I loved it. I loved the movie. But anyway, I would have ended myself. Taking somebody's hostage, their own, and that scene where she is standing there for the entire day, waiting for the guy to come back. And when he comes back, the movie tries to sell that as a horror scene, that she's just there fluid, and she has pissed and shit on the ground. That was supposed to be a horror scene. I saw that. I understood that. But then at that point, I was not scared. I felt horrible about the girl. I was like, holy shit, imagine the selfishness that you have to have. That you force somebody to be in so much love with you that they don't even have control over their own body bowel movements. Can you imagine that? and like that was something that I found weird, because the movie tried to sell it as a horror scene, but I felt horrible about the girl. And after that, whatever happened to the guy, I was like, he deserves it. You had it coming, fam. You deserve all of it. And then that scene where he's fucking her, let's just say that, when he was fucking her, I was like, bro, you saw this girl piss and shit herself, and you decide to have sex the same night. The same night you decide to sleep with her. Unimaginable. My mind was blown. Every step, I was like, fuck this guy, fuck you. And at the end, when I saw the guy trying to, put a gun to his mouth and he could not pull the trigger, I was like, this is in character. This is totally in character. He is a fucking coward. He cannot do this. But then he ate the pills, and then I said it in my head, oh, he is going to try to vomit it, wouldn't he? And then he put his fingers in his mouth trying to vomit, and I was like, yep, called it. He's a fucking coward himself. But the whole movie, I went, fuck this guy, fuck this guy. Just downloaded Backrooms, another good horror movie in recent times from what people say. I haven't seen that, but I have it in my phone. Told ya. But the whole movie, I did not get scared. I did not get scared. It didn't scare me, but holy crap, I kept watching. And every part, like I could see something coming up. The anticipation was quite nice that, oh, something is about to go down, isn't it? And the scene where she breaks down and she like smashes her face on a brick, I was like, yeah, I would have thought that this would happen. Yeah. Check my Discord message. Review my startup, pitchleo.com. Okay, I'll check. You wrote a whole ass paragraph, bro. What the fuck? Twitter is not gonna allow me to do all this. Like 160, not 160. How many character limit is there for a tweet? So I won't be able to copy paste it completely, but this is hilarious. Your favorite actor and actress in Bollywood and your favorite movie and why? I think ZNMD, that's a movie I keep going back to. Three Idiots is quite nice. Rang De Basanti is quite nice. Favorite movie, I would also say Black. Rani Mukherjee and Amitabh Bachchan, they did a movie named Black. That was also quite good. Stanley Ka Dabba, there is a movie called Stanley Ka Dabba. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but that movie is quite a banger. When I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, this is a great movie. Favorite actor, I would say Nawazuddin Siddiqui. Yeah, he's quite a talented one. I don't like the Khans that much because they are too mainstream and they don't have any, whatever. They are not humans, but rather products. Gully Boy was good. I haven't watched Gully Boy. Oh, Dhurandhar. How can I forget Dhurandhar? Of course, Dhurandhar is a banger movie. Hey, Windsmoke Bandit. I know. Okay. You are his. Okay. I was 12 back then. Have you seen Lunchbox? No, I haven't seen Lunchbox. But I've heard movie. Stanley Ka Dabba I have seen. Watched Gully Boy 6 times yesterday. I can't get scared of movies anymore, but Blair Witch fucked me up as a kid, an episode of The X-Files. I remember what kind of episode you're talking about. That green apparition that walks across the camera, isn't it? Maybe it's that you're talking about. But Obsession, have you seen 19 Holland? Jason Statham. Jason Statham is the best actor. Huh. I don't know. Bro, Backrooms honestly has the best immersive horror experience captured. Great capture, confusing story. And Green State Hooligans, favorite movie. Okay. Even DNAG and CGI team cannot save the movie. Also, why didn't they use actual forest for the movie? Would have given good depth talking about the Ramayana movie. I know, right? Check my Discord message. Just download the Backrooms. Total waste of money. Money laundering scheme. I know, right? Yeah, 500 million. You didn't know that? No, I didn't. No, I did not. I saw the Ramayana trailer and I'm like, remember that movie Adi Purush? It's like the same kind of CGI, same kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, But then what was the budget for Adi Purush? And I had to search that budget for Adi Purush movie. Bro, okay, 500 to 700 crore is like, okay, yeah, I can see that. Okay, yeah, it's fair, it's fair. But 19 Holland, I'm telling you, watch Obsession. You would like that movie. Every content creator of movie is called that is peak trailer, and they said after taking money and they say the worst best trailer and all. But they can literally donate their book after the scan. I know, but it's theirs. They can do whatever they want. What is Obsession? Can the love story be that scary? Watch it. You'll know. You will know. Watch it. Life of Pi. Life of Pi also is a good movie. Chris Evans, I love. Okay, Captain America fan, I feel like. Obsession just used lighting, shadows, sudden high and low sound to create horror. That was great. No, but I don't feel like I feel like it was all in context. Yeah, it was all in context. It didn't feel overdone and underdone at the same time. It felt like just the correct amount of effects and sounds and ways to ramp up the horror aspect of it. So you know that something is coming up. I didn't like Backrooms that much. The lore is interesting, but nothing's done anything with it. I watched Kantara chapter 1 and 2. I haven't watched Kantara. Harry Potter, Hermione. What? Obsession. Yeah. Watch that movie. You would like that.
And the spiral descends. Because here's the thing, Sony more so than Xbox is a little bit protected in the short term. If no one buys PS6, then they do.
It is this year, 2026. It was creepy, not horror. Bro, I kind of felt like it was like a torture movie, not horror. It felt torture more horror, yeah. Taking somebody's body and complete control of it, stripped from you, yeah, that's what it. Obsession was made in 1 mil. Yeah, actually not even 1 mil. It was like 900,000. So less than a million. Ian Somerhalder, big fan of him. Okay.
We still have this giant PS5 install base to sell subscriptions and games to. But the install base of a console is like a melting ice cube. Consoles break, they get sold, they get retired, and players do slowly lose attachment and stop buying games for it across its lifetime. They drift over to PC, phones, or just out of the hobby. Normally, the thing that replenishes this pool of active users is the next-gen console. So if the PS6 ends up too expensive to do that, then the paying population for companies like Sony is going to shrink every year, with nothing refilling it. So, if these companies want to continue to maintain their profits, they have to claw back money from other places. And as far as I can see, there are 4 ways that they could do this. The first lever they can pull is subscriptions. I think these companies will raise the price of subscriptions and will make it feel more essential to pay a monthly fee to get the experience. I mean, Xbox tried an enormous price increase at the end of last year to its Game Pass, then realized they went a little too far and pulled it back a bit. But it's still more expensive than it was. And Nintendo's already started jacking up online costs 2 months ago in Japan. So who knows how long till that becomes global. Lever 2 is game prices. And we've already been seeing a lot of this before the memory crisis. Like $60 was the default price for a game for 15 years. Then it jumped to $70 in 2020, only to now start another jump to $80, just 5 years after. If things carry on like this, we might be seeing the $100 video game sooner than.
That's crazy. GTA 6, GTA 6. GTA 6 will send a signal to all the game companies that price your game at 120, 150, whatever number of dollars you want to price it at. It will send that message. I can handle anything else, but not jump scares. Oh man. You know, actually, what's the fucked up thing about Obsession is they left the girl alive. That's the fucked up thing. She is seeing 3 dead people in an apartment, and she has no explanation of what happened. But all she knows is that everything and any evidence is going to point back right to her, and she would never know what happened to her. Like, why are there 3 dead bodies and basically a naked, desecrated dead body in the other room? Yes. FC27 is an example. Really, Football Club 27, how much price of FC27? $69. Okay, $70 is already the standard, but GTA 6 is gonna set it at 100%. It's gonna happen.
we'd like to. The third lever is control. This is what we've just seen happen with Sony, announcing that from 2028 onwards, they're going to seize distribution of physical discs. And this might seem completely unrelated to what's happening here, but the key thing that this move achieves for Sony is rerouting a lot of the money in the gaming market that wasn't previously going to them, back to them, because it means that you can't sell your games anymore. When games are digital, they are tied to your account, effectively shutting down the entire secondhand market. It means that if
Bro, and this is something that I don't understand. Can somebody explain this to me? If I give to you my login, can you not like play games yourself? I don't understand how that works. What if I gave my Steam account login details to one of you guys? See you sit in 30 minutes. Yeah, sure, no problem. But can somebody explain to me how this works? How is this, a good strategy? Like, they will send an email for OTP verification. I can provide that. They will send an SMS for OTP verification. I can provide that. What do you eat, by the way, whole day? How do you look so young? Hey, let's go, baby. Thank you so much, Tycoon. Do you lift at the same intensity you used to? Because you in Instagram, you look wholly jacked, man. Let's go. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. But yes, I have been going to the gym since 24 years old. So since 24 to 33, you can say 9 years, I have been going to the gym. So that's why. But somebody please explain how this works, why this works. Even I should do a Google search. Or you can share with Steam family if the game supports it. Okay, but I need to like pull ChatGPT into this. How is Sony disabling physical discs a good strategy for them to make money? If I just share my Steam account, log in with someone, wouldn't that be the same thing? How does this work? Oh, that's actually one of the biggest misconceptions about a no physical disc debate. The short answer is Sony isn't trying to stop you from sharing games with one friend. They are trying to stop the resale market. Oh, okay. So resale is where they are headed. Okay. For 5,000, Sony gets paid once the game is first sold. You finish it in 2 weeks. You sell that to someone else for 3,500. The person plays it, they sell it again. That one copy might be played by 5 different people, but Sony only made for the very first sale. There's nothing to resale. If 5 people want the game, ideally 5 people have to buy it. There's a huge increase in revenue for Sony and publisher. But can't I just share my Steam or PSN account? Technically, yes. Most people won't share accounts. Think about your own Steam account. Probably has hundreds of game achievement, cloud saving years of history. Payment information. There it is. Payment information. I see. You're unlikely to hand those credentials to someone casually. It's convenient. If you give your friend the Steam account, they log in as you, they save your saves or sync, your achievement gets mixed, you can't play both many games simultaneously on the same account, you use security issues. I see. But they are designed with restrictions. Console sharing and offline play lets the other person access your library. You can't generally have an unlimited number of friends playing your library simultaneously, so Sony to keep these features limited. Okay, I see. This is what the problem is. Resale market they are targeting. They have DRM like Netflix and can make it so that only one PlayStation works and disable for the other ones. If you want to get it work on multiple devices, you would have to pay a lot more. Okay. Fuck, marry or kill. Options: Ginny, Luna and Cho Chang. I have no idea who these 3 are. I mean, are they Harry Potter universe? You should come up with a better fuck, marry or kill options. I feel like I'm not up to date on the Harry Potter universe at all. Why does it feel like you just started the restream marathon for Harry Potter movies? Can you do a little better options? Something that probably we can all relate to. Specifically, they will implement DRM content like Netflix. Okay, that's what it is. At least you talk and look sensible, and a few days ago I went to a live stream, he was clickbaiting with 1,000 crore AI SaaS. He doesn't even know how to run a loop, but an audacity to say all this. Who the fuck is out there that's saying 1,000 crore AI SaaS they will make? But anyways, I do chill streams, bro. I'm happy to just sit here and talk to people, just like how live streams were intended to be. Me watching YouTube videos is like an excuse to come up with new topics so that we can continue the chat. But yeah, the point is not watch the YouTube videos, but rather find something that you and I both can relate to, and then just have a casual conversation about it. Okay. Where are you guys on the E20 petrol situation? Are any of you affected by it? You know what's really happened, Tycoon. I'm telling you what's happened right now. You are one who's typing in the chat right now and you're talking to me, right? But all the other 16 people, they have put me in the background while they are working on something. I assume they are doing chores or they are like just hanging around, and they don't say anything because I know my audience. What they do is they put me in the background for just yapping noise. And you know that kind of focus that you get when there are people around you and they are chatting or whatever, but you cannot focus in complete silence. That's the kind of problem I solve for people. I just yap and yap and yap so people can, like, you know, have a background noise going on. Yes, I'm coding. See, I told you I'm in the background. See, told you. Fuck, marry, kill options: a duck, a pig, and a parrot. Oh my god. Why would I marry a duck, a pig, or a parrot? Just why would I? Haha, personal attack. See, I told you, I know my audience. You think that you guys know me. I also know many of you. I know many of you, what your habits are. But sometimes it is good to hear a good person while doing work. It feels good. Oh, yeah, I mean, I just told you that's the problem I solve. Fuck, marry, kill.
If your friend wants to play the same game you're playing, you can't just lend it to them. They can't just pop over to eBay and grab it for $20. They have to make an entirely new, maybe $80, maybe $100 purchase direct to Sony. And if that doesn't already sound like a problem, look at this. On my PlayStation right now, if I want to buy, say, Immortals of Avian, a game that, safe to say, flopped pretty hard, Sony is currently selling that for £69.99.
Wow.
That exact same game, I can pop onto my phone, go onto CEX, and order the physical edition for £5. It is crazy to think that this second option could just disappear. And crazier still, that this is how Sony prices games while these other options still exist. What are they going to do when there's no other option? To clarify, when Sony accesses the discs, you will still be able to buy their games at other retailers, but you'll be buying a download code that still has to go through the PlayStation Store to get you the games.
I don't know what I expected.
So Sony will control the price, more so than they ever have been able to with discs.
Isn't that the whole problem of capitalism? Isn't that the whole point? Monopoly. Monopoly has always, it all goes back to monopoly. Ugh, makes me feel sad. I have E20 compliant car, but the implementation is trash. I for sure know that the blending has not been done properly. The storage for E20 petrol isn't there, and the main issue, why does the government not give choice for older vehicles? The confusion regarding the insurance and repairs is also a big issue. So basically, you are on the same page as everyone else, okay? But have you seen anything personal? Like, I have E20 compliant car. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, so you have the compliance. So I feel like your mileage would not have been, affected that much. You predicted it right. Give this as a demo to AstroTalk. Would you pay for a live service game? Nah, hell nah. No. Thing is that there are so many more games that are available for free that are live service. Like, if I wanted to pay for live service, I would rather start playing Dota. Like, Dota is a crazy addictive game, right? That you're gonna have to come back to every single day to, do things, right? Plan attacks or whatever, make your army, I guess. I have no idea what the Dota universe is, and I don't intend on finding out either, because what if I just casually watched a video of Dota and the entire lore behind it, got interested in playing it, and then I'm addicted to Dota. That is the last thing I want to happen to me. That is the same reason I don't play Clash of Clans, I don't play Factorio, and Dota, obviously. These 3 games scare the hell out of me. Yes, it hampered my car mileage for sure. It's sick. See, Satisfactory. I know, right? Satisfactory is also that kind of game, addictive. Satisfactory PC gameplay. PC Ultra HD. Okay. Do you know? Normally in one of these live streams, I would have played Ramayana trailer just so we could laugh at it. But the trailer is so trash. It is so trash that all I can do is just talk about it. I cannot even play it because it kind of feels like I would earn bad karma. Like if I played it and made fun of it and you guys jumped in and started making fun of it, we would all go to hell, and I don't want that. Making fun of, mythology or God or whatever. It's so trash. I can only say, not show this time. Me playing Wukong these days. Ah, you lucky bitch. I'm playing Sekiro these days. I don't know how interested you are. Okay, let's play. No, I can't play it. -1. Oh.
Welcome to Planet Massage 2 ABB, your designated sector in the binary star system of Akicha. I am Ada. Also,
So what is this game about? It is like,
third objective.
the graphics is
Please
quite awesome.
familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find iron.
Okay.
Note.
Is it fighting? Is it guns? It's a factory building game. You make components. Oh. I see. Dihadi ka Mazdoor. Okay. Long stream today. No. It's not. 1 p.m. I started. So the stream has been going on for 1 hour and 46 minutes, which is like quite the average that I do. Yeah. So it's in earlier days, Clash of Clans was fun to play. Now it's pay to win trash, obviously, because that's where all games go anyway. There's a drop in mileage for me. I think it's around 10% and engine seems noisier, but the price I'm paying doesn't make sense. It at least should be cheaper. I know, right? This is the most perplexing thing I've also come across. If you're giving us less petrol and more ethanol, why are the prices not going down? Confusing. Hey, OONHAR. I don't know how to say your name. Unhar? Okay, anyway. The fact that older animation, Ramayana being one of the best adaptations is surprising. And I know, right, the Japanese Ramayana, this is still the OG banger. This one. Cannot believe that this is better than the modern crap.
Lord Vishnu has 10 incarnations, and Ram is believed to be his 7th incarnation.
For the first time in 4K.
I don't want the kingdom, nor the power. All I want are your blessings before we depart.
My lord, I am coming with you. A husband's duty is his wife's too.
Cannot believe that this is the one that we keep going back to. That was made how many years ago? Who is here after the new Ramayana trailer? 33 years and no movie stands close to this. Holy shit, bro. 33 years. Bryan Cranston, aka Walter White. Shit, man. A 33-year-old animated movie is better than the modern crap. $500 million, and they cannot solve the problem of making a good Ramayana movie. We're talking about blend curry here. Yeah, sure, you can talk about it. Hey, Nikhil. Hey, Mr. No Name, YCOC. What does that mean, YCOC? It's peak. Bro, have you noticed petrol of same brand from different pumps feel different? Bro, how you just phrased it, it made me think like you are a petrol huffer. that you get high off of petrol fumes. But I know you're not. Hopefully you are not. But I don't think so. Or maybe I never bothered to notice. Maybe. You know, my current situation. I have a Tata Punch, I have an electric scooter, and I have a actual scooter, like petrol scooter, Honda Activa. You know that company, Yokohama electric scooters. They make electric scooters, so that's one model I have, and one Honda Activa, and then one Tata Punch. 2 petrol and 1 electric. And then my brother, he has a Bullet. Yeah, bike, Royal Enfield. So I was like, so I was talking to my dad the other day. It's like there are 3 drivers in my family, me, my dad, and my brother, and we have 4 vehicles with us. The engine seems a little noisier and more vibrations. Getting high on petrol fumes is expensive these days. That hopefully was not very hopeful. They introduced Ravan so bad, also the army looks like grass. Well, the animation process in earlier days was more labor intensive. Yeah, now it's all AI crap. Code of conduct. So what are you asking? Why code of conduct, Mr. No Name? I don't understand. I think the animation route for epics is a great choice. Not only we can enjoy them on screen, they can be faithfully recreated. But then again, is it guaranteeing it? That it will be good? Because the definition of good in these times is a lot different than what it used to be back in the 90s. How much was the electric scooter? What was the comparison with Ather versus TVS ones? I have neither Ather nor the TVS, because I cannot compare realistically. It cost me 60k. Yeah, 60k for that one. I liked it because it has higher ground clearance, which is something that I was looking for in an electric bike. Because ground clearance we needed, because you know those areas, these areas that get flooded. Even if it rains for 2 minutes, like the roads get flooded with water, and we needed like good ground clearance. So it had that. I was disappointed with the small pocket that you get in the scooter where you can put stuff like phones or whatever. I was disappointed with that, but I thought, fuck it, let's just. It's not like you're gonna put something, any important thing in there anyway. So whatever. Like you can jam a small Sprite bottle inside it. That's how much space that has. Battery backup, the guy told us that it will be 120 kilometers, one guy driving on a straight path, horizontal straight path, basically. That's the average they told us. But what we found, it was close to 90 kilometers on a full charge, one guy. If there are 2 guys, then you can't really escape. You shouldn't really go out a 30 kilometer circle around you. That's what I came to the conclusion of. What's up thrice again? I just don't trust our actors to act good enough for these epics. Yeah, I know, right? How do you even choose an actor? They have to have really clean public image, or maybe just give it to a new actor, up and coming actor. That would be far better, I feel like, because at least playing an epic character gives them a good head start in their career. 150 rupees pudiya is more economical than petrol fumes these days. Ground clearance. What the fuck is that? A bike thing that Dachi not knows. Ground clearance, I mean, where you sit on the bike and your legs are on the scooter. How do I explain ground clearance? Okay. Ground clearance, electric. Like, you know, some cars are built a little bit high from the ground. Yeah, right here. The distance between the ground and your shoes, that is the ground clearance that we see for in Indian vehicles. Because the potholes are so bad, then the base of your vehicle will get in contact with the ground. And that's not what we want. So you look for a vehicle that has high ground clearance so that you can navigate around potholes easily. It's an Indian thing, I feel like. As in, not an Indian thing. Ground clearance is a thing. It's the same reason why some people buy sedans with low ground clearance and some people buy Hummers, which like has a high ground clearance. Now you understand. You got hit with the sugarcane juice, Sid. I don't know where this even started. It's so stupid to even say this thing out loud that they are mixing sugarcane in petrol. Then don't. I don't know why Innova is considered very good. Don't you like bikes? You could take Avenger by just adding some amount. Avenger is like a low rider bike. No, I don't like Avenger. I know it is a cruiser. I know it is a bike that you should have in a city. It's good for your back strength, like back health. But I like scooter. Simple as that. I don't care what people think of me in terms of masculinity. The front space in a scooter is invaluable for me. Just invaluable. Bags, containers, groceries, anything I can put there. And that's worth more for me than anything. Than masculinity even, I would say. Or the perception of masculinity. Thanks. Here it's not really a thing. For cars it is. Older people prefer stepping into a car. Yeah, I know. Good thought. But then again, your priorities are different from two-wheelers. If you want a motorcycle, then yeah, you want a motorcycle. Spider-Man Brand New Day. Holy crap, dude. I have to go. I have to go watch it alone. I would do it alone. Or maybe not. On a Monday, I'll take my mom with me and we will go to watch Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'll tell her, don't worry about anything. It will not make sense to you, but it will make sense to me. And I'll watch it. Damn, it has done 10 million views. The Legend of Prince Ram. That's crazy, bro. This is crazy. 10 million views. One can use a bike with a pannier bag on side, but it would not be the same thing. Ether has the best battery guarantee. Others, I have heard they are around 60-70% of the expected range. You know what though? You can actually buy an electric scooter for 30,000 rupees, but the thing is, you cannot pull the battery out. The battery will be soldered in, and that's what the executive told us, is that these bikes are costed 60-70% higher than these bikes is because the ability to pull a battery out changes the whole dynamic of the vehicle. When a battery is soldered in, they can actually sell it for 30 or 40k. So it will be cheaper than spending 60 or 70k, obviously. I want to see this.
Sometimes
I have a bicycle with a side bag. Also, I like bicycle and scooters. Nice. My friend by mistakenly booked Hindi dubbed, wasted money. Oh shit. Nah, I'll make sure I'm watching it in English. I'll make sure. Skateboard is good for me. You're a skateboarder. Okay.
to find something truly new, it has to come from something that we already know. This review brought to you by the Poetry Society of America. Just kidding. The Galaxy's impressions video, but now it's past a week later. I've taken a lot of pictures, I've killed the battery a few times, I've got to know what it's really good at and what it's also worse at, and I've run up against its limits, its quirks. The honeymoon period's over, and I still really like it. And you know what's crazy about calling it the honeymoon phase? It's actually kind of perfect, because once the honeymoon is...
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. I don't have anybody in my life that has a folding phone. Have you guys tried it out? Like, do you own one? I presume not. But have you tried a friend that has one? What did you think? Like, what scale do you put it at? Folding phones on a scale of 1 to 10. You know, ethanol is a drinkable beverage. What? Not pure ethanol. It will kill you. But on some level, yes, it is. If you filter it down enough. It is made from sugarcane, and we have E100 here in India too. The meme calling it ganne ka juice started. Yes, my father has. What would you put it on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being absolutely amazing to 1 being absolute dog shit. I had the sensor board cut. It's really bad. What? Wow, did not expect that. I heard the sensor board cut out the Spidey and MJ kiss scene but kept the MJ and his new BF kiss scene. What? For Brand New Day, you talking about? Ethanol is a corrosive solvent. What the fuck? No. You can actually derive some beverage out of ethanol. I know that. What beverages are made from? What beverages are made from ethanol? I think rum or whiskey. All alcoholic drinks contain ethanol, which is produced when yeast breaks down sugars. Key examples include beer, wine, and whiskey. Yeah, there you go. So ethanol is everywhere, but not on the pure ethanol level. Let's see. Is pure ethanol? There it is. Dangerous. Pure ethanol is very dangerous because it is highly flammable, acutely toxic, and swallowed undiluted. It can cause severe tissue damage. There you go. While diluted ethanol is safely consumed in alcoholic drinks at low percentages like 5% beer or 40% liquor, 100% is a powerful chemical. There you go. It will kill you. It will absolutely kill you. Yes, Sid, you heard that right. Bro, they want to get rid of kidney stones, lol. That is crazy. I mean, the censor board thing. Oh, now I'm gonna have to pirate this movie as well, just to get the uncensored version. Ethanol is water soluble and they absorb water from atmosphere. The issue comes that once they absorb water, it causes rust, and the acid produces corrosive in engines. Yeah, different metals, different chemical reactions. That's some misinformation I had about ethanol. I always wanted an ethanol RC car. Really? What the fuck is an ethanol? Ethanol RC car. Is that a thing? Nice. So it is a thing. Okay. Okay, I suppose. Kidney stone pain. Oh God. Hey Mritunjay, how you doing, bro? Yep.
Over, you're still married, and then you understand better all of your partner, all of the flaws and all of the downsides that come with them, but you embrace that stuff because of all of the positives and upsides that come with it. And at the end of the day, you're closer together because of it. And sorry, maybe that's a bit too poetic. This one's pretty sick, mostly. Like, you can tell right away, it's a genuinely new form factor. Even though we've seen this general shape, this more squat aspect ratio before, it's also thinner and it's more squared off, and it's just a different execution than those past phones. So as a result, this thing is way better than a normal smartphone at a bunch of stuff, but it turns out that comes with being definitely worse than a normal smartphone at some other stuff. So which do you want first? You want the good news or the bad news? I feel like probably most people will want to start with the good news because, at first impression, that's when you get all the positive vibes. And I think a lot of people will have the same thoughts as me, which is just, look at this thing. Look at how neat this thing looks. It's not quite a square, but this is a 5.5 inch diagonal, slightly rectangular. And
it actually looks good. It looks like a very pocket friendly type of device. This type of form factor. Yeah, this actually looks good. When you want less information on your screen, and hand travel is one thing. Hand travel would be quite nice. One hand typing would be comfortable with this, isn't it? But I imagine that this is expensive. Let's see the price. Galaxy. Sorry. Price. How much is it? Prices going up to 2,40,000 for the highest storage, and larger variant 1,90,000, 2,50,000. Yeah, pretty much at some point we're gonna end up at a stage where if you want to buy a phone, just buy a house. Just buy a house. That's a better investment than buying a phone. Calling it batshit insane wouldn't do it justice, I feel like. Rich people thingy. Yep, that's what it is. Why would one need a foldable phone? Because of the form factor, bro. I feel like this form factor would be great for 99% of what you want to do. It should cost around 1.8. Yeah, that is the price range. Yep.
AMOLED display.
Looks shiny. Now buy it. Thing is that the mid-range phone market will always be there. Companies know that they cannot get away with just high prices all the time. They're gonna have to come up with affordable options. My father has same one. That's why I told it's waste. Oh.
Display, and it is bright, it's sharp, it's a Samsung display, they do all this stuff well. There's relatively even bezels all the way around, and then it's squared off. So it's easy to open and close like a notebook. Like this thing is just awesome. The way you normally hold it, your finger perfectly lines up with the power button, which is also a fingerprint reader. And I know I have big hands, but I find almost the entire display reachable with one hand, which is something you don't say about most phones these days. And, there's really almost no reason you'd ever actually need to reach all four corners, but it's pretty amazing how much you can do without the hand gymnastics. Like, look at this camera UI. Notice that they've moved all of the buttons you ever need to press over here to the right-hand side. Every single function is reachable with one hand on the screen. And it's funny, the viewfinder, it almost kind of looks like it's cut off at first until you realize that's just what a normal photo aspect ratio looks like without all the normal blank space all the way around it. Like, this is just straight up better than a regular phone. This aspect ratio is also slightly worse for vertical scrolling with the little black bars, which technically makes it better because we all want to be doom scrolling a little less, right? But then when you open it up, it's a perfectly 4:3 aspect.
Bro, tech YouTubers have a way of saying things. Tech YouTubers will come up with any justification for any sort of thing. You could have said that this is a bad thing for vertical scrolling and you could have moved on. But no. They always have to conform to the company script, being like, this looks trash, but it is good because, well, certain made up reason. Tech YouTubers have this extra money. It should, I feel foldable phone are being pushed. Okay. The only reason one would need this would be if they need a phone, a smaller tablet in one device. But then that's not a good camera. That's not a good market. There's a reason that people on the mainstream side don't have foldable phones because it just doesn't appeal to them. Why would I buy a phone that I can switch back and forth in two device situations when I can just buy a large ass iPhone, right? Mid-range phone prices have ballooned from 30K to now 40 to 50K. That's how bad the market is. Yeah, that actually worries me, bro. That actually worries me.
Ratio. And
because you know what though? Where's my phone? What the hell? Oh, it's all the way there. 1 second. That actually worries me because this phone, 10,000 rupees phone, is about to, about to give up. Okay, let me bring out the lunch and I think I'll end the stream now because, well, 2 hours 10 minutes. So that's a good comeback. I swear I will try to make videos. Devil's Advocate. By the way, majority of these YouTubers already do not recommend ad on my FYP. Oh, I see. What the fuck is that first recommendation? That's the Big Bang Theory, bro. Come on. Just who are these people spending 200K on a phone? I seriously question that myself. Yep. Apart from iPhone, I don't go for any other phone. It's good investment after all. That's what Apple Apple would like you to believe. If you want to buy a phone, buy ASAP, things are gonna get way worse. Bro, when has it not been way worse? See you. You posted a story, new beginning. What's that about? Right here, me going in, right here in West Bengal. Now I'm gonna stay here in West Bengal. So yeah, that's the new beginning. I left Jharkhand altogether. I'm not gonna, this is the new background. This is the new, this is my house now. I'm not gonna go to Jharkhand again. So you will never see that green wall or whatever. So that's what the new beginning was. I have permanently shifted to Howrah, West Bengal. Alright, so that's about it for today, guys. Keep working on your thing. I know that I have been in the background all this time, so it's fine. Let's continue chatting on Discord. And interns, my interns, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Jharkhand gonna be sad. If any of my interns are here, like, yeah, left Jharkhand for good. Yes, I'm gonna be in West Bengal now. Yeah, Howrah, West Bengal. So yeah, no more Jharkhand, no, and only West Bengal from now on. So that's really all about it for today. Alright, so goodbye. Not goodbye. I'll see you guys again tomorrow, 12 afternoon. Yeah? So bye bye.